Hey there, I am Texan Redwolf, and I'm going to be running Kim Possible and the Legend of the Monkey's Eye. This game is very obscure, and I had to get it from someone else to be able to play it. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new file. We're going to call it Cutscene, and from there, we just kind of click OK and select. Now, there's only 6 levels, and we pretty much burn through all of them very quickly. And we're also going to be watching cutscenes.
Go away.
Because that's what this is.
I think Monkey Fist is up to something. I've just spotted him in the no-go-fa jungle in Southeast Asia. He appears to be heading for an area rumored to be the location of the legendary temple of the Monkey King.
I'll get Ron and we'll check it out. Transport, please?
I'm on it.
You're the man, Wade. Wade says Monkey Fist is close. We need to move fast. If the temple of the Monkey King is really here, we need to get there first. Okay, Ron? Ron?
Where's Rufus? He's gone!
Oh no. Look, let's split up. You look for Rufus, I'll look for the temple.
Split up? What, in the middle of a monkey-infested jungle?
Ron?
Okay. I'm going.
Ha-ha! At last I found it. The Temple of the Monkey King. Within these walls is hidden the most potent mystic monkey power of all. The Monkey's Eye! With the eye at my command, I shall transform every human on Earth into a monkey. And I, the Monkey King, shall rule over all! Go now, my monkey ninjas. Make sure I'm not disturbed while I search the temple. Go!
Alright, so this game plays pretty simply. It's your generic platformer. And when it comes to fighting, we pretty much ignore everything. We kind of go through the higher paths so that we can bounce through a lot of stuff. For example, every time Kim jumps, she makes that "hya" sound, and you cannot stop it. Fun fact. So we're going to be listening to that a lot in this game. So the point of this is to just reach the end of the level, and there are going to be a few things that we can do throughout that, and that's ignore all the monkeys, die apparently, but that's not a part of that. It is kind of tricky to get. Oh, also, here's some of that tech that I was talking about. When you die, you basically can phase through any of the enemies and kill them instantaneously. So this guy's a little tricky to get by just because we want to be able to land on these logs to get to our destination. So we lost a little bit of health, that's fine. I want to be able to do that so that we can clear this Monkey Fist fight faster.
Hand it over, Monkey Fist.
I think not.
So to fight Monkey Fist, we just do this. He just beats us up, and we're going to load back in. We're not going to touch anything. We're just going to move. All we're going to do is just move forward. We're invisible, and he's dead. And there you go.
Kim Possible, you meddlesome fool! You haven't beaten me. Now feel the awesome power.
I don't think so. Booyah! Oh, no!
Other fun fact about that is, if you do that glitch, you can still move in the cutscene.
It works!
This game is really bad. It wasn't well handled. It's a very quick, simple PC game that's platforming that you can just abuse.
No rush. You will be part of my simian empire soon enough.
What's the stitch?
All right.
The Monkey's Eye has started giving off an unusual energy signal, high on the ultra-electromagnetic spectrum. I've been able to use it to track Monkey Fist. He's heading for his secret lair near some kind of high-tech factory in the Swiss Alps. Be careful, Kim. The whole area is booby-trapped and patrolled by his monkey ninjas.
Booby traps. Monkey ninjas? So not the big.
You'll need your grappling hook to get up the mountain, and a stun shot to deactivate the lair's security system. You'll also need Rufus to get through some of the doors.
Okay, now we've got problems. My grappling hook is missing, my stun shot is missing, and Rufus is sort of lost.
Don't worry, I can scan for all three. I'll send the coordinates, and you can retrieve them.
Thank you. There's just one more prob. I need you to take care of Ron for a while. He's, not quite himself.
What happened?
Just teleport him over, and buy a lot of bananas.
Because he got turned into a monkey. Alright, so we just continue. We kind of just rapid click through there. So the first item that we go to get is Rufus. Can I go in order of this because you're gonna need Rufus in the next level when we go grab the grappling hook. So it's just easier to go through the game level by level instead of skipping over. And it's fairly simple. I mean, this game, I don't know what Disney was thinking when they decided to make it, because this was still when they had Disney Interactive around before they shut that down, so. I'm a huge fan of Kim Possible, so I do own all the games that came out, you know, on the DS, on the Game Boy Color, and the PS2 game. So one could say that I'm a fan. And I was perusing speedrun.com for other Kim Possible games that I might not have known about, and this one popped up. So I was like, oh, this is hot garbage. I enjoy games that are very memey and don't have a lot of runners on the board, because I think it just makes it more fun to play obscure stuff. Now, some of these monkeys are in places that are kind of annoying because they'll throw bananas at you and knock you off where you want to be. And now we're at Rufus. And you'll probably see that in, like, the later levels. And the only reason why, like, so cutscene percent isn't an official category, it's just a category. I was like, oh, this is funny, let's do this, because the cutscenes tell you the story, but the cutscenes are hilarious, because if you pay attention to Wade is literally just T-posing the entire time. And while I was trying to look up the date for this game, I found out, like, the year that this game was made, I found out that the original voice actors for Kim, Ron, Monkey Fist, and Wade are all in this game. So, if it sounds like Kim Possible, it definitely is her. Now, most of these levels go by pretty quickly, because all we're doing is just running. Like, oh no, breakable bridge, and we just run across. It's very simple. We're almost at our grappling hook. Now, I normally grab this. I don't have to. I just like grabbing it so that I can not get hit by any stray boulders that might come across. And up here we've got the grappling hook. Other thing about this is you can't really full screen it, or else it messes everything up on your computer. So you have to go into the configuration settings and make full screen false, and change it to the state that you want it in. But even then, the game only really shows up in this like 4:3 aspect ratio. Middle. No, it was the other one. Oops. Sometimes in the later levels it can get confusing where you need to go, because it's not just this straight shot. So this monkey normally messes me up. Just gonna kind of weasel up over here, jump on middle platform this time. Bounce up this way. Oh, we didn't make it in time to get through this cycle. That's okay. We're still doing it. The final level is like the most abusey of them all, in my opinion, because you can basically skip a lot of the level and just kind of power through it, because you do this thing where you just avoid everything and try not to land on stuff, kind of like what I just did here. Keep falling down and hope that we don't get hit by any of these. It's not really gonna matter because we don't have to we don't actually have to take any damage abuse here. It just kind of happens. And now we've got our electromagnet thing.
Bad news, Kim. I'm detecting a huge spike in the energy signal emanating from the monkey's eye.
So not good. Monkey Fist must be powering up to use it again, in a big way.
You've almost reached his lair. Just hurry, okay?
I'm on it.
Oh, by the way, Ron says hello. I think.
There's also, like, no emotion in any of the voice acting. Like, you can still hear the characters in the way that they're supposed to be, but it's just so dead. Alright, so we're on our second to last level, which is also going to include the third boss in the game. The second boss in the game. And this is also where we implement Rufus and the grappling hook for the very first time, as well as the the electric thing that we just acquired in the last level.
Oh, cool. Please and thank you.
Try not to get abused too much by that guy. Alright, so grappling, the way that the mechanics in this stuff work is when any of your items are highlighted, that's when you can use them. So that's why I knew where I could use the grappling hook and why I could use Rufus. And it's going to be the same... same thing for this. And if you angle your jumps correctly when you do it from the back and move over, it'll just kind of lift you up onto the platform and makes it a little bit easier to get on them. And we're about to come up to this next boss. As long as I don't let the monkeys wreck my life. Now, there's a trick to this boss that I have yet to kind of, like, learn. So, I'm kind of just hit him. And every time the screen moves, he's moved to another side. So, we didn't get that one. I believe it takes 4 to 5 hits to get him down. Now, there's an optimal way to get him to not keep moving sides. I just have yet to figure it out. So we're gonna do this the layman's way. Just keep hopping back and forth. All right, it was about three hits if you 4 hits if you miss them. Alright, and now we're on the last level, which is where we deal with Monkey Fist and the most abuse of that death glitch that y'all saw earlier in our first fight with Monkey Fist. Now, this guy's a little hard to get by, so we just kind of go back in front of him. And we ignore the arrows, so we ignore most of the arrows, so we're gonna stay with that arrow, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over to a specific monkey over here, and we're just gonna let him hit us. And from there, during the loading screen, I'm going to be pushing to the right and hitting. Ah, okay, I didn't get it. So we're gonna try this again. Most of the time, it's very weird. You have to be in a specific spot to be able to do it, so we'll see if I can get it. Alright, there we go, we've got it. So, I don't know how it works. I just know that it does. Basically, you spam pressing jump when you're in this loading screen once you hit one of those two enemies, and it teleports you right to Monkey Fist.
So good of you to come. Ready to join your sidekick as part of my simian empire?
I'm not here to monkey around, Monty Fist. You're through.
Oh, empire.
And now we just kind of run a Monkey Fist again. We're gonna do the exact same thing that we did last time. Oh shoot! Hold up. I didn't do it the correct way. I was supposed to be jumping in the loading screen to get up to where I needed to be. So it's kind of the same glitch that happened in the first boss with Monkey Fist. I'm gonna try it again, apparently. So this is just if mistakes happen. It's fairly quick to get through. So we need this robot to look at us, and we can slip by him most of the time, like I did previously. There we go. Come over this way, and we'll be able to get it with this first monkey. Normally you want to be behind the box, so I'm gonna just spam space and over. There we go. We're gonna use Rufus. And for all intents and purposes, I'm just gonna skip through the cutscenes this time. Alright, cool. Oh, shoot. I wasn't supposed to hit space. Alright. Alright, we'll be able to get this one more time. I apologize. Okay, there we go. So she slides, and we're going to take out Monkey Fist. And now we're going to get the rest.
My advice?
I'll...
Doubt it. You are so going to jail. Wait,
There you go.
take out the trash.
If I didn't hit space to make Kim jump, we would have been able to see the rest of what Monkey Fist is saying. But Ron is back, and no longer a monkey. And I've got the monkey's eye.
A monkey! A monkey! It was horrible! The fur! The tail! I attacked!
Come on, Ron. Let's go home.
Hey, Pete, you know I hate bananas!
And that is Kim Possible and the Legend of the Monkey's Eye. Thank you for taking the time to look at this submission, and I hope you enjoy this really bad game.